First, interesting question for you, Chris. Is there any rivalry in this fixture?
Um, there is sort of, but it's not really like a it's not like a horrible rivalry. It just seems to be Palace are a bit of one of those teams we always seem to struggle to get results against. Um, I've got a couple of sort of Palace mates and things, so there's obviously personal rivalry there, and they always seem to get one over on us in some shape or form. So, but I don't think it's not like it's not like a hate rivalry, not in my opinion anyway.
No. For you, Rory?
Not really. I do remember the playoff finals. I'm sure you do, Chris. But it was quite a long time ago now. It's a one-off
Neil
game as well.
Shipley?
Yeah, his shin. But
It's funny because
I've got to be honest, I think I shot a goal when that went in, Rory.
Listening to West Ham podcast the other day, and they had Andy Johnson on, so I was talking about the playoff final. So thanks for another reminder.
Yeah.
Was that the year before Andrew Johnson or the year after?
No, he was in the team then, but we got promoted that season. Then he got the 21 goals.
So it was the year after he got the 15 penalties or whatever he got. Yeah, okay. No, I asked because it will get dubbed that, right? London Derby. But it doesn't feel like one in that sense. I think those of us who are in London feel like, oh, these London derbies can become a bit of a pain in the arse. Does it feel that way for you, Chris? You think all these London derbies? Or is it just, Tottenham's the main one for you, maybe a bit of Arsenal and Chelsea, whereas Palace doesn't feel like a derby in that sense?
No, I don't think it does in that traditional sense. Like you say, it's kind of Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal are the ones you don't normally win, but you want to win desperately. And Palace is one of those teams that seem to frustrate us. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a London derby in the traditional sense, which is kind of bizarre. Like you say, there's a few of them, isn't there? When you've got the likes of Fulham and those, and such like in there as well. You've got quite a few. So I guess somewhere down the line there has to be some sort of a kind of pecking order, if you like, where they seem to be there. And obviously between sort of 3 or 4 teams, we're not always in the division at the same time to have enough of a rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 3 in a row now: Palace away, Palace at home, Tottenham away, and then Fulham away. And for you, Rory, your biggest game ain't even a bloody London opponent, is it?
No, but you guys probably consider south of the river another country, don't you? Really, or at least another city?
Basically, yes. I to be honest, me, I consider it Arsenal territory.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Brighton obviously would be the main one in the Premier League because Millwall, AFC Wimbledon, Charlton aren't in the Premier League. But yeah, definitely when I was growing up, it was more Charlton would be the sort of rivalry, which I guess would be, probably Arsenal's local rivals by your book, James. But, they obviously
correct.
Yeah, they relegated us when I was, that Andy Johnson season. They relegated us at the end of that, the 2-2 draw. And then match that didn't really matter to them. And obviously in the 90s, Wimbledon were quite good. Millwall have had they're in the Premier League for a season or 2, weren't they? So they've had their sort of successes.
Not in the Premier League. I think relegated in 1990, I think, from the first division.
Maybe. So we would have played those teams more in the Championship, I guess, because West Ham probably would have been a Premier League team more often than not, so we wouldn't have come up against each other too much.